It's playoff time in Wildcat country. For the first time in over a decade, your Warwick Wildcats are hosting a boys basketball playoff game, and this is going to be a good one. Warwick Wildcats taking on the Valley Central Vikings. I'm Theodore Fernandez, joined on the call today by the one and only Candyman, Ryan Candia. Ryan, first of all, how does it feel to be at such a great playoff basketball game?
Well, first of all, I'm very happy to be back here, being called off the bench for Drew Borner. Very exciting atmosphere here, playoff basketball. I'm really looking forward to making this call with you, Theo.
Look, we love working with Drew. We love the kicker idiot. Everyone does. But this is big time, and having you beside me, I think it's going to be a very good broadcast, and it's also going to be a very good game. Warwick and Valley Central, they played twice. First time in Montgomery, Shane McAuliffe, game-winning three to put the Wildcats on top 52-49. Second time we broadcasted it a week ago. Rayshawn Johnson scored his 1,000th point, and the Vikings overpowered the Cats. Both games were excellent, but obviously we want to see a Warwick victory. Ryan, what do the Cats need to do to come out on top tonight?
Well, number one, the Cats really need to get out to a fast start to this game. They're having trouble closing out games. They need to establish a lead. They need to defend their home court, the MI here, right? You know, they had a fast start this season. They've skidded a little bit in the regular season in the last 5 or 6 games, fast start. Number two, limit the turnovers, okay? You don't want to give away free points, give away, some opportunities that you could convert on and then give it to them. That's not a good thing. And then we need to close out the game. This Cats team, I think, was 10-0 or 11-0. They had a skid at the end of the season where they couldn't really finish games out in the fourth quarter. They need to close out the game and play confident. Yeah,
look, the Cats have lost 5 straight. They fell to Washingtonville. They fell to NFA. They lost to Middletown. They lost to Valley Central at home here, and they dropped the season finale in Kingston. So this team's reeling right now, but the signs of, success are still there. We still see why this team started 14-1. We still see what they're capable of doing. And Ryan, one player in particular is going to need to step up if they're going to come out on top today, and who is that?
Well, I think to have a championship run, you need a pesky defensive presence. That person on the football field was Skyrod. Skyrod needs to do it again. Skyrod Rodriguez got to be an agitator. He's got to be Dennis Robin out there. He's got to get Rayshawn off of his game, and he's got to really put the Cats in a good position to score good transition points by playing good defense. Skyrod Rodriguez is my player to watch today, Theo.
I absolutely agree with that. We see it all the time. He always is out there agitating people, getting them picked out. Nobody ever has had a career night against Skyrod Rodriguez. We'll see if that can continue tonight. Game of the year. Big time first round matchup. Warwick Valley Central coming up next.
Everyone knows using drugs is bad for you. Despite this, over 90,000 people are killed by them each year. 90% of teenagers have claimed to have an experience with peer pressure, and I'm confident you will know someone who has been as well. This being said, drugs will negatively affect your physical health, social health, and much more. An organization called Hope Haven seeks to improve the amount of substance abuse in America. By working with them, we can make that happen. Always keep it positive by making the right choice.
Welcome to Wildcat Country. This is the Candyman here. I'm on the color. Theo will be doing our play-by-play, and he will take us into the introduction of this Section 9 playoff contest.
Yes, I am going to walk us through these introductions, and we just saw Valley Central get called out. They have an elite starting 5. I mean, look, we saw Ethan Rivera to pass it to Jarrell Taylor, who fed Rayshawn Johnson. It's number 11, 12, 13, and they set up Rayshawn Johnson 1,000th point. Also Kai Hugh and Donovan Davis in that starting 5 for them. But, look, we're here to cover the Cats. I mean, that's what's bringing us all together. And we see, these 5 starters, they've played a lot together. Here's the starting 5. There's Jacob Gonzalez. Just absolutely incredible player. Leads the team in assists with almost 4 a game. Great playmaker. There's our key player,
Our key player, Skyrod, who's the agitator on defensive football. He needs to do the same thing here tonight.
There is Josiah Jones. He does not usually start, usually 6-man role. Johnny Lupkovich is battling a rough injury, so he will play, but he'll come off the bench. Here's our second leading scorer,
Shane McAuliffe. Great three-point shooter, great at the step backs. He's really a big contributor to this Wildcat team.
Here, senior captain, leading scorer, leading rebounder, has just been absolutely dominant this year for the Cats, averaging almost 17 and 9. Harrison Neal, just big-time player for Warwick, and obviously Coach Joe Mackey.
Harrison Neal's a senior. He probably wants to make a deep playoff run. If you can make that possible, that would be awesome for the Cats.
Look, this is a senior-driven team. We don't like to be too, pessimistic, but this is the best chance that the Cats have at going on a title run for this foreseeable future. I mean, they've got some decent guys coming up, but this is a senior-led team. They're going to lose a lot coming forward. These guys have played together their whole careers, and if there's a time for the Cats to go on a run, this is the year. Yeah,
what's nice to see here, too, in the stands is you got some former Cats here,
yes.
Josiah Joseph and Zach, and Connor Perez is probably somewhere in the crowd.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
These guys have been running clinics for the youth here during this February break, and a lot of basketball. Hopefully there's more to play here for the Cats, and they can get a victory here.
First playoff game the Cats have hosted in the decade, young decade, but still. And it's a team that traditionally struggled. I mean, they've had a lot of 500, middling seasons. To be out here with a great record of hosting a playoff game. Big time moment here is the tip-off, and Jacob Gonzalez grabs it. Warwick starts out with the ball.
Let's hope they get off to a fast start here, Theo.
Yeah, it was one of the things we highlighted. They've done that very, very well this year, even as of late when they've struggled. Skylar Rodriguez, feed inside. Harrison Neal got tipped on the layup. That was a beautiful find by Skylar.
Yeah, a little quick on the reverse there. Let's see what the Vikings can do here on the offensive set.
There's a three-pointer by Ethan Rivera, no good rebound. Harrison Neal after the second attempt also misses. Skylar Rodriguez, not a guy you'll see shoot a lot. He was open for three, didn't pop it.
Both teams might be a little nervous here due to the delayed start for the game.
Shane McCall could not get that to go. Skylar Rodriguez, the board.
Great board there.
And now that's his spot. He's going to fire again after the pump fake. Shane McCall, another miss.
Little off, got to shake the cobwebs off here early.
Look, already Skylar Rodriguez having an impact, forcing the miss. Now some sloppy play. Who's going to come away with it? And Rayshawn Johnson does.
Both teams looking sloppy here in the first minute of play.
Yeah, 60 seconds into it, nobody has gotten on the board yet. And, wow, look, Jarrell Taylor, such an incredible player. He changes that. Second leading scorer on this team.
That was great effort by him.
Josiah Jones tries to respond with a three, can't do so.
Shot was a little flat there.
And here's Taylor on the drive again. Pump it, gets into his spot, no good.
Good board there by Jacob Gonzalez. He'll push the pace.
Yeah, he's going to run it straight to the hole and in. How about that?
Great
Jacob
slash.
Gonzalez.
I thought they could have called a foul there too, Theo.
Yeah, I was expecting something. Whistle, none was called. And Taylor, just immediate answer. He's feeling it tonight.
He looks like a gritty player. I'm looking forward to watching him play. Hopefully he's not the dagger for us, though.
They certainly are not. Look, Rayshawn Johnson averaging almost 27 tonight, and Taylor's right behind him. Most of their offense comes from those two, and you'll see that all night. As a turnover, Taylor has the ball, took it right from Gonzalez, tried to find Rayshawn Johnson.
Skyrod, great defensive hustle there. That needs to happen for this Cats team to win tonight.
It does. Forces the turnover, and now Warwick, a much-needed change of pace.
I agree. They need to slow it down here, run their set, and hopefully score.
Josiah Jones pulls up, no good, and Taylor the board.
Taylor's all over the court right now. This guy's worrying me.
He is in there, sloppy off the leg of Gonzalez, and inbound underneath. 2.5 minutes into this, 2-4 your score.
Good call there by the official. That was kind of a quick play there.
Yep, he was able to stay on top of it. And now we have an inbound underneath with Ethan Rivera, one of the main playmakers on this team to inbound. Inside feed, Rayshawn Johnson blew the layup. Gets it back. Taylor, three-pointer. He got it.
Taylor's got 7 points already.
All 7. Just absolutely dominating this game early on. Cats need to stop him. And here's Rodriguez. They're moving it around. Throw inside, and that was a little too high for Harrison
idea.
Neal.
I think Harrison Neal was not totally expecting it. It looked like his arm could have extended more. Warwick timeout. I think they need to call this timeout right now.
Mackey definitely did. And look, this was one of the main storylines last game. The crowd really, really loud on the Valley Central side. Barely even feels like a Warwick home game at this point.
Well, let me tell you something. When I was walking in to do the pregame with you, I always come in by my classroom, and I saw the team getting some nervous energy out, warming up in the hallway, and I got to, fist pump all of them. But they've been waiting here for a while because the VC bus got delayed. They can see a packed house here at the My.
Yeah.
The bleachers are open behind us. You got the Valley Central crowd to our right.
Yep.
Electric atmosphere here. I hope this slow, sluggish start by the Cats, they can kind of gather themselves right here under the tutelage of Coach Mackey. You see Ed Flowers there on the bottom of the screen walk out. I hope they can just slow it down and calm themselves down because they're a good team. There's no reason they should get blown out of their own gym.
Yeah, and we saw a packed Warwick section as well. They got to be loud. They got to be into it. You know, so many students, my own brother, they're sitting in the crowd, staring into the camera. We've got a lot of people here.
You know, we've been on February break. Maybe we're roaring to come back.
Yeah. This is the good way to get us back into that school mindset with a big-time playoff game. So 7-2 the score.
You see back there on the purple, there's our two Valley Central teachers, but Warwick residents, Coach Ron Andrini and Coach Doug Luciano.
Really, that's interesting. As Valley Central faces some pressure getting the ball back to the game, here's Rivera. Harrison Neal going to guard him up. Here's Taylor, thought about shooting. Shot is up, no good. They switched Skyrod onto him. And now Donovan Davis traveled after getting the
Donovan Davis has been all over the boards. He can really jump. He's going to be a problem for the Cats.
Yeah, I mean, look, interesting move, switching Skyrod right onto Jarrell Taylor. You know, he got off to a hot start. And that was
Constable will come in the game now.
Yeah, Nate Constable, junior, number 15. He's tall. We saw him throw down a dunk. Only dunk of the year from the Warwick side.
That's right. I actually did that game with him.
You did do that game.
Yes.
That was an awesome moment seeing it happen. They could use his athleticism. Here's Harrison Neal. Gets a screen, runs right into a VC player, and that'll be a blocking foul.
We got the blocking foul. I think Warwick needs that right now. Well, not a shooting foul, but slow it down a little bit.
Exactly, because VC wants to run on you. That's what they have always looked to do all year, and Warwick wants to combat that.
I think they need Constable in for his size right now, too, and his athleticism.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, especially with Lefkovich hurt. There's the feed right inside. Is that going to be an and one? Yes, it will.
Harrison Neal hopefully can convert the free throw here.
I mean, that's just excellent job. You know, he got the positioning, and he threw it up. Coach Mackey calls a couple of his players to discuss some stuff with them. They trust Harrison's ability to make the free throw, I believe. So 4-7 the score. Let's see if he can cut it to 2.
Mackey was talking to Constable about rebounding and the importance about rebounding against his team.
So they're holding players back on the free throw. They don't want VC to, run a fast break. Neal makes it, so it didn't matter anyway. 5-7 the score.
Third point for Neal of the game.
Some defense chance breaking out as VC has the ball. Here's Rivera. Rivera slipped. Looking for someone, dumps it to Taylor. Goes right inside, and how about Nate Constable getting his hand on that?
I think Taylor should have went up with that.
Yeah.
He's getting a little too unselfish there. He shouldn't. He needs to take if they want to win. I mean, he's got the hot hand right now. Keep it with him.
Oh yeah, I mean, scoring the first 7 points, and he has not. I think he's missed one shot all game.
Yes.
So there's the inbound. Kai Hugh beat McAuliffe on the move, missed it, and there's a push. That'll be.
Donovan Davis was the person involved.
Yeah. So they called the foul on Constable, pushing Davis.
Now they're going to bring in Jaden Velez for size.
Yeah, they will. So he's going to sub out.
Shane McAuliffe.
Yeah.
Going with a different strategy here.
It's a very different strategy than what we've seen.
To me, it's kind of like taking the scoring away, just trying to body up on that big guy.
But I mean, they need to be able to get boards because that's what they've done so well all year. Here is Taylor. Goes up with it, blocked by Constable, and he grabs it.
That's the reason why you bring him into the game.
Yes, it is. Now Rodriguez going to drive to the hole. But that dump off to Velez, who's blocked himself. Defense.
Jay needs to get back on
right now. Here's Taylor. Lost the ball, and Nate Constable pulls it away. Forcing turnovers.
Slow the ball down, boys.
We're over halfway through this first quarter, 3.5 to play. Gonzalez has it. Constable now. Harrison thought about popping. He gets bumped and gives to Rodriguez. Skyrod drive, looking for the kick. There's Velez, wide open jumper.
Jaden Velez, the role player, knocking down an open jumper. Great job, Jaden.
6'7", he's the tallest player on this team. Oh, and Rodriguez got beat. That'll allow Johnson and drain the open 3.
Big 3 for them.
I think Rodriguez committed to trying to get the steal, slipped a little, and that's not a shot that Johnson will have often. Here's Gonzalez trying to respond to the hold.
Jaden Velez!
How about it? The senior making an impact on this one. 4 points.
This is a winner-go-home situation for all the seniors.
It is. Last basketball game, almost all of them will play in their lives. Nobody wants their career to end. Here's Rivera.
I thought that was almost a double dribble, but it wasn't.
Ethan Rivera going to be pressured. Now Rayshawn Johnson guarded by Gonzalez here.
Rayshawn trying to slow it down here, calm down his fellow Vikings.
There's the
High
drive,
pick.
and that's going to be a foul against Velez, I believe. They could have called on either player.
Yeah, that was a strange play. I didn't think he was
Yeah.
actually shooting, but they called the continuation.
So that'll send him to the line. Cats have settled in nicely. 9-9 the score right now. We're tied up. And Rayshawn Johnson going to be at the line. He has 3 points on the night. I think they ruled his 3 that he was credited for as a 2 foot on the line, so he only has 2, and that's where the point was taken away.
Gotcha.
So we see, this has been a chippy, fast-paced game. We see players, taking breathers, looking a little gassed early on in this one as he drains the second free throw.
Well, I think Mackey is maybe adjusting to the end of the season where they ran out of gas at the end of games.
Yeah, right. You got to be able to finish.
Substitute often.
Here's Velez.
Jaden Velez is playing very confident.
He certainly is, and that's going to be a push. Thought we were seeing a jump ball call. Instead, Warwick will inbound underneath after.
Push foul on Nate Constable,
Yeah.
I think.
No, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, you were right there.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way. I thought they were tied up.
I just saw Nate being disappointed and went either way,
Yeah.
and it's VC ball, so that's why I thought
That's a 50-50 call. The refs have been allowing a lot of contact, but this stepped in and made the call there. So 9-11 the score with 2 minutes to play. Here's Rayshawn Johnson. Going to drive with the Trell Willis on him, and that's going to be a force to miss. Constable with the board.
Good job, Constable. Look for the guard to give the ball to, or he wants to take it himself.
He got bumped by his own man. Gives it to Latrell Willis, who's going to drive. Can't find anything. He's got to pass out of that, and that's going to be a jump ball.
I think Latrell had an open shot there.
Timeout was called by Coach Mackey. He was signaling it for it with the ref. Was it?
No,
The ref pointed like there was a timeout called.
No, the
Instead, it will be a jump ball. Yeah, VC
I think
takes
Latrell Willis
possession.
should have popped that earlier. I know he's not a traditional shooter.
Yeah, you got to go up, be strong sometimes.
He's a very gritty defensive player, though.
So here's Jarrell Taylor. Josiah Jones and Shane McCall both back into the game. How about that spin move, but he traveled.
I thought they called the foul on that. Wow, the extra spin gave him the travel.
Yeah. Took an extra step, and that'll give the Cats possession.
Kids are so athletic these days with all this FAS training and Athletics Republic, and Taylor is, he's amazing to watch.
Yeah, to see high school kids making the kind of moves that they are, absolutely insane. And McAuliffe going to inbound. Gonzalez going to take it up the court.
Hopefully Shane and Jacob back in can give the Cats some more consistent offense around the perimeter and the three-point line.
Harrison Neal and Sky Rodriguez took a seat on the bench as Jarrell Taylor.
Taylor is amazing.
Almost forced the turnover. Another tie-up, and this one will stay with the Cats.
It's getting very exciting here. There's a lot of loud noise. Mackey is getting up. He's very animated.
And now the ref going to pause things. And Latrell Willis to inbound the basketball.
You can hear the refs are getting together at the three-point line for something.
Yeah, and you hear the crowds as well.
I heard switch out. Yeah, it's loud.
It really is. And here is Jacob Gonzalez with 1:10 to play in the quarter. And Shane McAuliffe, he missed a couple threes earlier. Inside, feed, Jaden Velez doesn't get the roll. NBC takes it over.
Yeah.
Now Johnson going to run, going to drive, reverse layup is good.
Up with his right, curls with his left. Johnson's an amazing player. That's why he's a 1,000-point scorer.
1,000-point scorer despite missing a season. He tore his ACL his junior year.
44 seconds left.
Now here is Gonzalez. Shane McAuliffe. Warwick could use a bucket. There's the three. That's his shot. No good. Rebound by Davis. Now Taylor has it. He's going to go to the hole. Forced to shoot. No good. Gets his own miss. Another rebound, and Donovan Davis is going to be
foul
sent to the line.
on Josiah Jones, number 10, I think.
Yeah.
They said 5. They called on Latrell Willis. 5 white in the
yeah.
face. That's what the referee called.
So 25 seconds to play in this quarter. VC has scored a couple uninterrupted buckets, and they now are going to shoot 2 at the line. First one miss.
And Harrison Neal's going to check in for the last 24.8 seconds.
Yeah, trying to set up one final offensive possession. Jaden Velez started strong, has missed a couple shots in the
Jaden
paint.
Velez, though, that was a great substitution right there. It kind of kept him in the game, in my opinion.
Yep.
It would be great if he missed and we can get a quick 3.
Yeah, there is another miss. And now with 23 seconds, the Cats are going to hold for the last shot, down by 4 points. Oh, Harrison Neal slipped, lost the ball, went out of bounds. That's a careless mistake right there.
That's a shame. They're really going to have to defend up right now. If you're only down 4, you don't want to go down 6 or 7.
Yeah. So now, into the game for the first time, number 14, Armando Perez to inbound the basketball. He's going to throw it to Davis. Or Johnson, rather. Not Donovan Davis. Now with 10 seconds, they're going to try to set up a final shot and another turnover. This is one sloppy quarter, that's for sure.
Sloppy last 8 to 9 seconds. 6.8 left. Hopefully Warwick can discover a way to find a good open shot and get a good look and knock it down.
Here's Gonzalez. Clock running. He's at 5.
That's a stupid foul right there.
Yeah. That was going to go against
Taylor.
Taylor, yeah.
Now, he's got to be smart. He doesn't want to take himself out of the game because he's the engine that is steering this Valley Central train right now.
And for Warwick now, you want to attack him. You want to make him pick up second, third foul and cause something. So here's the throw. And oh, that one was way too high. I don't even know if Neal touched it. 3.4 seconds to play. Another turnover in this final sequence. So, yeah, he did not touch it. 4 seconds on the clock, and Valley Central calls a timeout. They signaled for a timeout.
You're right in front of our table right here.
Yep. Okay, so they are going to inbound. Then set the play with 4 seconds. Goes to Johnson with 2. 1, he's got to shoot. He got it up. And in, Rayshawn
Did it count?
Johnson.
Did it count? The referee counted.
What a way to end the quarter. 16-9, VC 7-0 run to close it out. Cats need an answer. We'll see if they can respond.
Bullying impacts the life of millions of teens emotionally, and it often follows them into their adult life, if they live that long. Studies have shown that around 160,000 students skip school due to bullying. It often leads to the early death of thousands of teens. Sweethearts and Heroes aspires to give hope to these individuals in the darkest stage of their life. Now you can be the light by supporting Sweethearts and Heroes. Visit their website and make a change.
So look, the Cats down by 9 points. Theodore Fernandez, Ryan Candia on the call, bringing you this Class AA Section 9 quarterfinal game. And Mr. Candia, what do you need to see from Warwick if they want to get back in?
Pray that Rayshawn Johnson and Taylor fell out of the game because Rayshawn Johnson's got 9 points. Jarrell Taylor's got 7 for all of the VC points. They're super athletic. They're all over the place. Donovan Davis is boarding. You know, this is the time of the season where you got to be in shape. You can't train for this, and you have to have the endurance to let it all out there. And the substitutions that Mackey did were great. They helped, but we need to score some points here. We need McAuliffe in to knock down threes, and Harrison needs to score as well.
Skylar Rodriguez has only had 3 points scored on him as the primary defender, but he can't guard 2 guys at once. Someone else needs to step up defensively. Here's Taylor. Gets it back. Rodriguez going to guard him. Double team leaves the open 3, which is going to be missed. Rebound, Davis has it tripped away.
Davis is like Charles Barkley out there, man.
He really is, except he is big, though. Like, he is much bigger than a lot of the Warwick guys on him.
Tim Duncan, I mean, he's a rebounder.
Yeah.
Duncan could score it, too, but, I mean,
We saw Armando Perez miss the 3. Didn't matter because they got the board, and it was out on Rodriguez. Another inbound to Johnson. Guarded by Rodriguez, and there's the drain jumper. Nothing he can do there as a defender, and that's another point for Rayshon
11
Johnson.
points for him.
Yeah. Now here's Skyrod. Oh,
Good
got
fake
him on the
shooting.
move. Pull up, and no good, and there's Gonzalez to
Great
clean
follow
it
by
up.
Jacob Gonzalez. 4 points for him.
Much-needed bucket to cut the deficit to 7. Defense chance breaking out. The bench getting into it. Here's Perez open. Armando Perez going to pass it off to Taylor. Had it knocked.
Great strip. Oh, I don't like that foul.
Yeah,
call.
I don't either. I did not see much. It goes against Jacob
Neal.
Gonzalez.
Oh, Jake?
Yep.
It's a bit. I didn't like that call. I thought it was mostly. It's got to be 2 or 3 fouls for the Cats. 4 maybe.
Yeah, that's
Trell.
five on the quarter, actually. So
Wow.
VC's going to be in the bonus in a couple fouls. Into the game, Jason Murphy. You saw him make some plays in the last matchup. Donovan Davis taking a seat on the bench.
He's going to get a breather. Well-deserved breather.
Well-deserved, absolutely, yeah. Now Perez looking for someone to inbound to. Going to throw it long to Taylor. Now Rayshon Johnson. Thought about shooting, he does, and Rodriguez gets the board.
Yeah, Rayshon Johnson looks like a guy that can score at will whenever he wants.
Yeah, he kind of hesitated there before the shot, like, should I shoot it? He did miss,
Yeah.
and now here's Gonzalez. Looking
Almost
for someone.
Almost traveled.
Almost. Lucky he didn't. Now he's going to keep passing it around. Shane McAuliffe finally gets a 3 to fall. He needed that one. It's a 4-point ball game.
McAuliffe's first bucket, 3-point shot. We need to heat up.
Now here's Taylor. That was a clear foul. Yep, the Cats reached in, knocked him, and this will be the 6th foul against Warwick this half.
Johnny Lupkovich, number 22, is going to check in.
There he goes. You see, you might not be able to see on your screen, he is wearing a pretty big ankle brace on that right foot, you know.
I didn't notice it when he was checking in, and now that I'm looking at it, yeah.
It's the same color as the sock. You see him stomp the foot, you know.
Right.
It's hurting, but he's going to try to play. Here is Johnson. Harrison Neal tried to get in there, and one right on Skylar Rodriguez.
I think Johnny committed the foul. Oh, it was on Skyrod?
Yep, foul called on Skyrod, so that's the 7th foul to go against the Cats this game. And free throw is going to become a factor with the whole 6 minutes left in this half.
Is this Rayshon Johnson kid, is he a senior?
He is a senior, yep.
Did he commit anywhere?
No. You know, the injury he suffered, oh, and there's the missed free throw. The injury he suffered junior year was a killer, you know. Yeah. I don't know if he has plans to play basketball. It would be cool to see him continue at some college level, but he is an absolute stud, that's for sure.
Junior year's a big year if you're looking to play at the next level.
Yeah. So there's the 3-pointer. Shane McAuliffe, nothing but net.
Shane
He's
McAuliffe
feeling
is
now.
heating up. 2 threes in a row. That's what the Cats need. 3-point ball game here.
Here is Taylor. Going to give to Perez. Gets it back to Taylor. He's going to drive now. Pull up as he's falling backwards. No good. McAuliffe on the board. Cats can cut it to 1 point or tie with a 3. Shot is up. Skylar Rodriguez, no good. And
Jake.
yeah.
I think that's Jake's 3rd foul.
And right into.
It's, you know, that's
Perez.
tough when you're playing basketball. You kind of want to go for it, but you know you might collide with the guy. He didn't commit
Yeah.
fully, and they just called because the collision was very
saw-
tight, very violent.
You saw him pause for a second before running, you know, and then full steam ahead right into Perez, which was sending to the line for a 1-and-1.
Kind of reminds me in the NFL when the guy's coming head on and he's going to go head to head, and then the last minute stops.
It's a rough situation, so free throw opportunity here. You know, the Cats are firing threes now. We saw McAuliffe hit 2 in a row. We saw Rodriguez. A good look there. He was open, so he shot it. No good, though. He gets the first one to go, so he earns himself a second. 17-21 with 5.5 minutes to go in this action-packed first half.
That's Armando Perez's first point of the game.
Yeah, he's a guy, you know, decent role player, 7th, 8th guy off the bench, and he's making an impact. We've seen him throw some nice passes as he drains both free throws there.
I agree with you. I think he complements his athletic studs very nicely.
So here's Harrison Neal. He's quiet.
I like to see Harrison Neal get on the board here, get some confidence going.
Yeah. Gets it there. There's a long throw. Lupkovich, they're moving it around. Three-pointer. Shane McAuliffe gets it to go.
It's NBA Jams. He's on fire.
He certainly is. 9 points. Mackey calls the timeout. Cats within 2.
So if I'm in the arcade in the mid-90s, I'm playing NBA Jam. Shane McAuliffe's one of my 2 players. He's on fire. He hits every shot. I'm giving him the ball. 3 threes in a row. 9 points in this quarter alone, keeping the Cats in the game. Good job, Shane.
Who's your second player? Who are you pairing him with?
From the Cats?
Yeah. NBA Jam. Who are you pairing him with?
I guess Harrison Neal due to the
Neal?
size.
Harrison Neal can. I'd want Nate Constable. I'd want him throwing down
That's
the
true.
half-court
The dunker,
dunks. Yeah.
the
He'd
dunker.
be a fun player to use in NBA
Or maybe
Jam.
Jacob Gonzalez and Shane.
There are so
James
many
can't
combos.
dunk, but he can slash. You know, you kind of
Yeah,
want
yeah.
the old school 80s slasher, Michael Jordan-esque, Dominique Wilkins dunker guy, and then he gets double or triple. Kick it out to the Steve Kerr, Shane McAuliffe. Kick it out to the, I'm trying to think of some other guys that were on. Greg Hodges was a Bull.
Oh, yeah.
That knocked down threes. Trent Tucker, who was a Knick, then a Bull.
Yeah, so many guys had key roles on those teams.
I'm really impressed that the Cats are still in this game. I
Yeah.
think athletically, it's very tough for them to keep up, but the rotation in the first quarter was great. I think Coach Mackey's trying to save his studs for the fourth quarter so they don't run out of gas. And I like the strategy because you have to match the athleticism here of the 3 guys, the Johnson, Davis, and Taylor. I mean, those guys are just athletic
They're just
players.
so
that
hard
can-
to keep up with. you
Yeah.
know. I think that's done a good job of doing it so far. Only down 2 points, and Shane McAuliffe with his 9 is absolutely dominating. Oh, and there's a steal. Gonzalez gonna drive. He was fouled.
It's so loud in the gym, I can't even hear the whistle.
Yeah, right. And I think some of the players didn't either. He just kept running. That one is going to go against Kai Hugh, the senior, and that will be only the 4th against Valley Central.
Well, just under 5 minutes left in the first half. It would be nice if Valley Central went over the limit too, so we can get those 1-and-1 opportunities at the free throw line.
And you know, when the Cats get to the line, they've been very good at converting. You know, most of their people are very solid in that role. Here's Harrison Neal. Jacob Gonzalez gonna try to find McAuliffe. He's double teamed immediately. Lupkovic.
I thought Ray Sean was gonna stay on him for a second.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He called
Scott
it
Rodriguez
common?
carried, yeah.
Carry. Wow, you never see that call.
You really don't. Players, you know, are kind of taught not to do it. Refs even turn a blind eye sometimes, but that one is whistled.
Well, I'll start with the Jordan rules when Jordan started to fake people out with that. Now it's part of the game. Now people practice that in drills.
Yeah. So Scott Rodriguez going to guard up on Rayshawn Johnson. Now there's a open 3. Murphy could not get it. Jason Murphy the miss.
He's had a couple of good looks that have just been off the mark a tad.
Jacob Gonzalez, the drive to the hole, got it to go. And we have a tied ball game, ladies and gentlemen, with 4 minutes left in the half.
That's the 4th point for Jacob Gonzalez in the second quarter.
Yeah. 6 total for the game. He is scoring it tonight.
How do you not call a travel?
I know, yeah, he definitely took at least 3 steps, missed 3, so the Cats gonna keep trying to surge here. Gonzalez sets the play, gives it to McAuliffe. Long throw, Harrison Neal drive to the hole, can't get it to fall.
Good drive, Harrison. He just couldn't finish. He needed that bucket.
Yeah, just 3 on the night for him. And there's a foul against Johnny Lepkovich, who lays on the ground clearly in pain.
Johnny's really leaving it out there. He's disappointed himself, but you can see that he's hurt, and he's playing very gritty right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, Johnny Lepkovich is one of the tougher players on this team. And we knew this before the injury. We see just the stuff he does, setting picks, getting boards. You're not one of the glamorous players, but just has such a big role on the squad.
Adam in class is a great kid. Believe it or not, that's Taylor's first point of the second quarter.
Yeah, Cats have done a great job keeping him out of this game and keeping Valley Central out of this game in general. They've just
Medeiros took out
buckets.
Skyrod, and Donovan Davis is back in the game.
Yeah, Jonah Medeiros' first appearance in this one. Not playing probably due to his size tonight, and both free throws were good. Jarrell Taylor now, Shane McAuliffe has it. He's going to drive, pull-up jumper from the elbow, off backboard, a little too strong, and here's VC.
Shane usually shoots threes, maybe that was too close for him.
Yeah, and I think they're really doing a good job guarding him at the arc, and there's Jarrell Taylor. You got to put better pressure on him than that.
After those free throws, Taylor wants the ball.
Yeah, so 4 points now in the second quarter, and BC is back up by 2 scores.
As you can see, the Warwick rotation of players continues. Josiah Jones about to check in right in front of us.
Harrison Neal gets it to McAuliffe. Shane McAuliffe hits the 3.
Fourth three-pointer of the quarter for Shane McAuliffe.
He has 12, and he is gone.
1 point game here.
Taylor got to find someone. Gets it to Johnson, who's guarded by Jonah Medeiros. And I believe we have a timeout called by Valley Central. They didn't like something they saw.
Timeout Valley Central. I'm
Yep.
loving the energy of the MI right now. The gym is
Yes.
so loud, it's hard to hear through the headset. Josiah Jones ready to check in right in front of our scorers table here, and he's cheering them on. It's a 1 point game. This is great Section 9 playoff basketball. These two probably have a rivalry. They play each other in the regular season.
Yeah.
And I know when I coached track and field back, 15 years ago, VC Warwick was always a tough meet. There's a lot of connections between the staff. A lot of the PE staff graduated here, and everybody loves athletics. And you can see it pouring out onto the basketball court here in these 2023 Section 9 playoffs.
Yeah, look, these are 2 schools that not traditional basketball powers. I mean, it's the first time in over 7 years that either of these squads have had a postseason game even. I mean, well, the Cats did last year, but besides that, BC first division title in, I believe, since 2014.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get that division title, right? We lost to them at their home court in Montgomery.
Well, we lost to them here.
Okay.
So because we lost here in that game we covered,
we had to
leapfrogged us.
we had to beat Washingtonville or something, or some situation we could have tied them last regular
No,
season game?
so basically because we lost to them, we lost it. We basically had it
okay.
on cruise control, and because Kingston was an out-of-division game.
Right,
Yeah.
that's right. I forgot.
So
I
that
forgot.
last game of the season didn't have any
Meaningless.
impact, which we lost regardless. Yeah,
Yeah, Kingston's always a good program.
they are. And there's a 3-pointer to Johnson, no good. Ethan Rivera tried to fight for the field.
Rivera, great hustle there. Very impressed. Skyrod will come out. Jacob Gonzalez back in. 2:27 left here in the second quarter.
Here is McAuliffe. Dribble. Going to find Medeiros. Now Josiah and Jacob Gonzalez feed inside. Neal just goes up, grabs it, gets it, and the foul.
And one, Harrison Neal finally gets on the board during this second quarter. I'm sure he feels very happy about himself. Hopefully he can convert this one as well.
Yeah, and his only other scoring of the night was another and one. He got inside, he got hacked, and he made the layup.
Exactly.
And the free throw for good measure. If I'm not mistaken, this is Warwick's first lead of the night at 27-26.
You're not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, VC, we talk about Warwick getting off to a hot start. It was VC tonight. It looked like they could have ran away with it, and we've responded nicely. There's the free throw.
I already marked that down in my scorer's book because I assumed he was going to make it, and it worked out.
Sometimes confidence does pay off. But if you look at, VC, they're confident too. I mean, they know they're a good team. Shane McAuliffe with the steal. Finds Rodriguez to the hole, blocked, and this will stay on this end though.
I think Skyrod thought he was going to draw the foul there.
Yeah,
I thought
he
they could have
definitely
called the
did.
foul on that, but they let them play. 2 minutes left here in the half.
Yeah, 2 on the dot, 120 seconds until we head into the break. I mean, this has just been such a competitive game and fun basketball as well. Here's Harrison Neal. Long 2, fired up, no good, nowhere near the basket. And here is Jarrell Taylor. Finds Rayshawn. Now Ethan Rivera. Rivera drive to Johnson. And Rayshawn Johnson grabs the 3. Nothing you can do about that one. He was just
Johnson
wide
looked tired
open.
on that shot as well, but he still knocked it down.
Quick response attempt, no good. Josiah couldn't hit it. Now Skylar Rodriguez going to try, and he gets that. There's his first points of the night, and the Cats hang on to the 2-point lead.
Skyrod's really pumped up. He's a gritty role player. If he can offensively score points too, that would be even a great bonus.
Here's Ethan Rivera. Skylar Rodriguez scores under 3 points a game. He surpasses total there. Was that a travel called?
Foul. 15.
Away from the ball
Yeah.
by Kai Hugh.
That's his second.
Yep. Score. So it is 31-29. The Cats are on top with just over a minute to play, and if they can go into halftime with the lead, That would be huge for this
Let me
squad.
tell you, if I'm VC head coach, Coach Frank Nutt, I'd be very frustrated if I didn't have the lead going into the half. But that could happen.
They've been the better team, and Cats just coming away with it. And that one was off. A VC player's on.
Well, I mean, yeah, in the first quarter, they were definitely the better team.
Yeah.
If we looked at the stats after the second quarter, maybe we could argue that Warwick has overtaken them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's been a very even game, that's for sure. I mean, it's going to come down to the second half regardless. There's a three-pointer missed by Harrison Neal.
Harrison Neal's shot is so casual, you can't tell when he's off or on.
Yeah. Like, sometimes you can tell if that ball's going in. With Neal, it's anyone's guess. There's Ethan Rivera, his first bucket.
Big bucket for him. Nice lefty layup there. He looks relaxed on it with the defender right on him.
Now Gonzalez finds Neal. They're moving it around. Gonzalez has it near the corner. Throw inside. Harrison Neal going to work in the post. Just got bumped.
Great
Had
pass.
to give it up. Now there's Josiah Jones. He has not been
Good
hit
board by
with the back.
Harrison. And the putback, Harrison Neal.
8
VC looking for the
points.
push-off call. Didn't get it.
Now with 11 seconds and counting, VC trails by 2. Here's Rayshawn Johnson. Three-pointer is up. It's missed. There's the rebound. Oh, and Gonzalez got hit hard.
Did they call a foul on Gonzalez? They called the foul on Rayshawn Johnson on Gonzalez right before the time went out. That's big.
And so only the 6th foul, so no bonus. We'll see how much time they put on the clock.
It's going to be about 1 second, I think.
Which will give them the Cats.
Oh, no, it's a one-on-one, I think. I think they're saying one-on-one, 6 foul.
They called a 7th foul on there. Now some discussion going to happen. 33-31 the score. The graphic went away.
Similar to the Jacob Gonzalez foul before. It's like, do you go for it? Do you hesitate? Collision?
Yeah. And that was ruled a flagrant foul. Wait. No, so just 1-1, but time's expired. So I think that's
yes,
the ruling.
1-1 times expired.
Yeah,
so
so
that's why everybody's off the court.
Yeah, okay.
I thought they could put a second back on the clock, but they're not going to do that.
And he couldn't get it to go. So that will do it for your first half. 33-31. What a game we have on our hands here in Wildcat Country. Thrilling second half coming up next.
Nature is a beautiful thing, but as humans have been ruining our planet. It is safe to say that without trees, humans would not be alive. Deforestation is a problem all over the world, and we need to find an alternative method. We need help. New York State Forest Action Plan is planning on restoring our forests. This organization is planning on completing their plan in 10 years. Do your part by helping stop deforestation. Visit dec.ny.gov today.
Theodore Fernandez, Ryan Candia bringing you the second half of what is shaping up to be a classic between Warwick and Valley Central. This has just been an incredible all-around game so far.
Team Money, I mean, it's a great game. Rayshawn Johnson's got 15 points for the VC Vikings. Jarrell Taylor's had a good offensive output. He had 7 points in the first quarter, 10 total. And you got a pretty balanced attack from the Wildcats, but I think the highlight of the second quarter has got to be Shane McAuliffe's 4 3-pointers. Coach Mackey rotating everybody in. Let's see what the Cats can finish this game during the second half and advance to the next round of the playoffs.
So here is Jacob Gonzalez. Just got the pass from Harrison Neal. Cats have the ball to start the second half, and
Call
That's
it
a big jump ball.
I thought that was a good block by Donovan Davis, who's been all over the boards and a defensive prowess for the Vikings.
yeah, I mean, we don't really see him. Has he scored this game? I don't think so. But it hasn't mattered because he has just been everywhere. I mean, he is having such an impact on this one.
Yeah, I was just talking to the VC scorekeeper, talking about their dynamic and how she thinks number 12 is the beat of this, the heartbeat of this VC program.
Yeah, look, Jarrell Taylor and Rayshawn Johnson, 2 superstar players. There's a 3-pointer. And Ethan Rivera getting involved, his first bucket.
Smooth lefty, Ethan Rivera knocked that shot down.
Now VC crowd getting into it. They take the lead there, 34-33.
I thought they could have called a foul down Rayshawn, but they didn't.
Yeah, he got a little pesky. Harrison Neal, he hasn't shot the 3 much today, and for good reason as he misses that one.
Yeah, he's been off. He's been off to the right on that one, off on his other 3-point attempts.
That one rolled in by Rivera.
Ethan Rivera.
And now they're just going to slow things down. 3-point lead for the Vikings. They want to get into a full court press maybe. Nope, they're no run back.
Seems like a replay of the first quarter when the Vikings came out fast.
Yeah, storming out of the gates, and for the Cats, it's just about staying alive. It's about, staying in the game, not fading at any point, because that's what they do on a regular basis. So here's McAuliffe to Rodriguez. How about that give to Johnny Lupkovich? And one. He's hurt. It doesn't matter. Number 22.
That's
making an
huge
impact
for the Cats and Johnny Lupkovich. Bum right ankle, lots of grit. Let's hope he can knock down this free throw for the three-point play and tie the game up here with 6:45 left in the third quarter.
Talked to him before the game. He told me, look, like he said, the ankle was killing him. And he didn't know if he was going to play until about 5 minutes before tip-off, where he said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I think the delay helped him out a little. He got to stretch it out some more. This game was supposed to tip off around 12, tipped off at 12:45 instead.
And he banged the ankle before that missed free throw attempt right there.
He couldn't get the free throw to go. Still, I mean, it's a 1-point game. Cats right in it. Here's Rivera. Three-pointer is up, no good. He made his last one, though. And here's Gonzalez running the break. Gets to Harrison Neal. There's his 10th point of the night.
Great setup and dish there by Jacob Gonzalez to get Harrison Neal his first points of the third quarter.
Neal's had a quiet impact, if that makes sense. He hasn't been the leading scorer. He hasn't been all that active, but still double figures. He's getting towards. He's making his impact felt in a way.
Well, I think the score of this game is indicative of the team depth and how they spread the ball around. There's not one go-to scorer.
Exciting sequence. There's Harrison Neal forcing the turnover. BC is not happy with it. Ethan Rivera looks a little skeptical.
I just see Coach Franknut go to the court, try to direct his team, and now he's asking the official what the call actually was.
Yeah, officials giving an in-depth review, as now Johnny Lupkovich going to give to Gonzalez. Shane McAuliffe pops a three, no good. I got ready to call that one a bucket, did not fall. Cats hang on to their 1-point lead. Rayshawn Johnson, tough defense from Neal, forces the miss, and Rodriguez the board.
Rayshawn Johnson is so strong that even when he gets contested or fouled, he's still going to get a good look and almost hit the shot.
Does not get blocked often. I don't think I've seen it happen once. Corner three, Harrison Neal. High bounce, no good.
Just can't get a three to fall for Harrison tonight.
Terrell Taylor, he's scoreless in this half. Tried to change that, missed the layup, and there's Johnny Lupkovich. You see the way he's running. He's limping a little, but he's moving around pretty well right now. Now Shane McAuliffe to the hole. No good,
Johnny Lupkovich cleared the way there. Shane couldn't believe he had that lane so wide open.
Yeah. And now Lupkovich going to guard Rayshawn Johnson. Here is Johnson, still guarded by Lupkovich. And that's going to be a foul.
Is it on Skyrod? No, it's on.
Nope, it's on Lupkovich.
Yeah, 22.
Skyrod reached in. I thought they were going to call it there. Fortunate for the Cats that he does not have to pick one up on that play. 3 minutes into this quarter, and the Cats up by 1. 37-36 here score. It's been back and forth.
Good spin move.
That's just absolutely incredible.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to stop that.
Yeah. He traveled on one of those earlier, and
That's right.
Cats just need to hope he continues to turn it over because he's just so good. How about that pump fake? Rodriguez. He traveled. Yeah.
Skyrod's a little upset, but he's got to shake it off and get back to his Dennis Rodman agitation on defense.
Third turnover of the night for Skylar Rodriguez. Usually such a responsible player, doesn't make many mistakes. Tough to see there, but Cats only down 1. This is the point in the game where they kind of faded last time. It was mid-third quarter, it was back and forth, and BC went on a run. Cats got to stop that from happening right now. Three-pointer missed by Taylor. Rebound. Jacob Gonzalez, he's going to run the break. He's going to slow things down now.
Oh, we cut back left.
Now here's Gonzalez. Then moving it around, Shane McAuliffe has it. Jacob
Defensive
Gonzalez.
chance by the VC faithful.
Gets it to Lupkovich. Now Gonzalez going to drive, going to kick, continuing to move it around. 20-footer, Shane McAuliffe, no good. 16-footer, rather.
Great head fake to create his own shot. Jump ball again.
The ball, wow.
So Wildcats will maintain possession. Jump ball call. Coach Franknut is not happy with the call. The VC visiting crowd is booing.
And those boos are getting loud on the other side of us.
They're right behind us. They're letting them hear it.
Shane McAuliffe is going to be actually fouled there. You see the Warwick crowd's packed. You see the shots on the other side. it doesn't look packed. Like Brian, I promise you, right behind us, you just see a whole packed stand full of VC fans. Can't see them because that's where all our cameras are. But they're just spread out across both sides of the court.
It's like Viking Blue and Leif Erikson coming to the New World, traveling far in the long ships.
I love history references on a broadcast. You provide those more than Drew does. Drew just doesn't have that angle. As there's a three-pointer, Skylar Rodriguez nets it. 40-38, Cats back on top.
Big three by Skyrod.
Second one he's hit tonight.
Hopefully that'll give the Cats confidence to close out this third quarter.
Here's Jarrell Taylor. 3.5 to play in the period. Three-pointer is up and no good by Armando Perez. Rebound Rodriguez gives to Jacob.
I like how the Cats are trying to control the tempo here and make it a possession game and not a run and gun.
Yeah. You know, because VC wants to run on you, and they haven't really been able to do that much in this quarter. Throw inside. Wide open layup. I don't know how he got that
Great
space.
back cut there by Jacob Gonzalez. You learn that in clinics, learn that at camps. You create open shots like that, and that's how you maintain leads.
42-38, and that's going to be a foul against McAuliffe.
Ticky-tack foul. You can let that go. A little small reach, but
Cats,
slows the pace of the game down.
The Cats have avoided the foul trouble they were in that first half, you know. VC was in the bonus 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Latrell Willis is going to replace Johnny Lupkovich.
Yep, Lupkovich played a good stretch, and he had an impact there. Only 2 fouls on the Cats. That's a blessing right now for them that they won't be sending VC to the line all throughout the fourth quarter. Here's Taylor. Armando Perez, Kai Hugh. Some more passes. Now, here's Rayshawn Johnson. Here's the drive. Taylor missed the layup. He has been struggling in this half.
That's not a great foul committed there by Donovan Davis. VC can't afford to lose him. We'll take that all day here in Wildcat Country.
VC's getting frustrated. Their shots are not falling. The Cats have been just imposing their will the past couple minutes here, up by 4 points.
Coach Mackey deciding to go with size. Brings in Nate Constable for Skyrod, and VC is going to talk it over. Timeout, Vikings. I think the VC coaching staff is a little frustrated right here. They see their players getting frustrated. They had the lead for the majority of the first half. Now they find themselves down by 4 with 2:36 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and the Cats, you know, got to be happy with the chance to talk things over. VC obviously needs to make some adjustments, but, you know, if you're Mackey and the Wildcats, what are you telling your team right now?
You're telling your team that you're in this game. It's a home playoff game. You started the season off 11-0, and you deserve to win this game. And there's a lot of seniors out there, and just we're going to substitute a lot. We're going to rotate. We're going to keep in fresh legs, and we're going to try to get the ball to Shane, who seems like the guy that really wants to shoot the ball right now. Shane and Jacobs, where the offense is coming through, set them up for some nice shots. Everybody else hustle. Latrell Willis got to fill in for Johnny Lupkovich on the defensive side. Just, you know, get rebounds, set picks, and if he has an open shot, take it. But play confidently here. This is their game to win. They've been coming back, and they got to close the game out. They have to have a good fourth quarter. There's still 2:36 left in the third quarter here, but get through the third quarter and finish the job.
Absolutely. I mean, they just faded down the stretch of that last quarter, and we'll talk about that more once we get to the period as they are moving around. VC going to apply some pressure. Constable has the ball, and he'll slow things down again.
You haven't seen press in this game at all.
Yeah.
That was kind of a 50% commit press right there, in my opinion.
And a lot of it's saving your energy for this fourth period. And Constable gets it to go. And runs into Armando
And he gets
Perez.
his first points. And when everybody's scoring the ball, the confidence rises, and that's what Warwick needs. Jaden Velez scored points. Nate just scored. Skyrod has scored. And plus the other big three that usually score. That's what they need.
Yeah. This is the biggest Wildcat lead of the night, 6 points. VC could really use an answer here. And Rayshawn Johnson's looking for something.
We're on a 3-2 zone right now.
And there, Jarrell Taylor blew the layup.
He made one extra move.
Yeah, he
should have went left, not going to right. Too athletic. Try to be Allen Iverson there.
Should have just gone straight up with it. Cats 6-point lead in the ball. Here's Gonzalez. Going to pass to Constable. High energy third quarter coming to a close. Minute and a half left. Three-pointer. Gonzalez banks it in.
He called glass. He knew he was going to bank it off there. Big three for Jacob Gonzalez. Big three for number one.
We almost never see Gonzalez fire the three he did there, and it paid off big time.
And now the momentum is all swinging towards Warwick with 1:12 left here in the third quarter. They have a 9-point lead right now.
Yeah, and just, 4 minutes of game time ago, VC was hanging on to a lead themselves. So Cats completely flipped the switch. Going into overdrive here. Can they close out the quarter?
It would be nice to close out the quarter with a double-digit lead.
Double-digit lead. That'd be absolutely incredible. Inbound is going to go to Johnson. Rayshawn Johnson
I thought his pass
finds
was a little high
Murphy.
there, but it was
They're
handled.
not even going to guard Murphy. Airballs the corner three. Oh, Latrell Willis lost the ball. That was a prime chance to put some points on the board.
That's okay. That's okay. Coach Mackey is getting on the court and encouraging his players. It's okay. 1-on-1 left. We have a 9-point lead. Michelle's probably disappointed in himself, but he's not the go-to scorer. Once again, spreading the ball to all the Wildcat players, getting them touches and points is a good thing.
Murphy cannot buy a bucket to save his life. Fourth miss.
He
gets
didn't
the ball
shoot there.
in the drive.
Decided not to shoot there.
Yeah. There's Jarrell Taylor. Can't get it. He can't score either right now. No points in this quarter. And timeout called by Coach Mackey.
41.5 seconds left. Mackey called a timeout. I would like to, there's a 35-second shot clock, 6.5 second differential. Hold the ball for a last shot.
Yes.
Give them 6.5 seconds to score. VC looks like we've been saying that Warwick has been down the stretch of this season tired. They look tired. They can't finish their shots. I don't know. They just look sloppy, and their athleticism still looks great, but they just look a little tired to me. And we are capitalizing on that by distributing the ball around, getting everybody touches. If I'm Coach Mackey, hold the ball for a last shot. Hopefully get McKelliff wide open, anybody wide open. You get Harrison, maybe get some confidence back in his shot going into the fourth quarter. And then the Wildcats have a great shot to close out this game and advance to the next round.
Yeah. It's been a disastrous quarter for Coach Knott and the Vikings. Just 5 total points. Ethan Rivera drained a 3. Rayshawn Johnson had I believe, a bucket in the paint. But besides that, it's just been all Wildcats. 16-5 differential in this quarter.
Yeah, Gonzalez with 5 points this quarter. Skyrod hit a 3. Nate contributed, and Johnny Lupkovich even had a bucket early in the quarter before he was taken out.
That was big time right there. Harrison Neal scored a couple times, I believe, as well. So 40 seconds, as you said, they look like they're going to slow things down. You know, to have a 9-point. Oh, and Nate Constable lost the ball. That's a careless turnover. You cannot be doing that.
That's a shame. And now we're going to have tons of substitutions.
Yeah, because the Cats going to put in defensive specialists now. You know, Sky Rodriguez can come in the game. VC can hold for the last shot here.
I mean, Joe Mackey is coaching it up in this game.
Yeah.
Making tons of adjustments every second.
You know, and he's always so active. You always hear him yelling. Us at the desk, we hear his voice, you know, all the time. And that's been a thing tonight as well, as Ethan Rivera missed the 3. He wanted the foul, didn't get it.
Willis got that rebound, big rebound. 15 seconds left. Let's see what the Cats do here to set up a shot.
Here is Constable. Gonna drive right to the hole, draws the foul, and 1 for the junior.
I don't think that was drawn up, but Nate said, I'm going to let my athleticism take over, show my wide receiver skills, show my dunking skills.
Yep.
I'm going to be Jacob Gonzalez. I'm going to slash, hopefully score. I don't think he's going to draw the foul, or he thought he was going to draw the foul and not score. Great move by Nate, and they could go up by 12 here.
Yeah, it would be absolutely incredible. They can hit the 50-point mark right now if he can get this to go. He got it. So Nate Constable having a big-time performance in this quarter. 6 seconds. Rayshawn Johnson, can he answer? It's up. No good. Nate Constable forces the miss. And what a quarter for the Cats. Absolutely dominating this game. 50-38. They're celebrating there. Warwick, 8 minutes away from the semifinals. We'll see if they can close it out.
Due to increased greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, our winters are getting warmer and shorter. We can help create laws to reduce these massive effects by voting. Join a 33 million strong army reached through POW's nonpartisan voting campaigns. POW, or Protect Our Winters, is a community of people advancing nonpartisan policies that protect our world for future generations. Learn how you can help at protectourwinters.org.
And we are back. Theodore Fernandez, Ryan Candia. We have had the time of our lives bringing coverage of this game because it really has been one of the most fun high school basketball games I've ever seen. That back and forth first half, and then the absolute domination from the Cats in the final 5 minutes of that third quarter to take a 12-point lead.
You know, T-Money, I had my headset off. I was trying to, eavesdrop on Coach Mackey, and what I heard him say is, guys, this game comes down to taking care of the basketball. And then he went into what they need to do on offense. I didn't really hear that, but he's correct, okay? Don't get nervous. Take care of the basketball. Knock down shots when they're there. And hopefully we get to the semis.
That's two of our 3 keys to victory tied into one. Take care of the basketball and close out the game, right? I mean, that's what we knew they needed to do.
Fast start did not happen.
Yeah, that did not.
Limited turnovers, take over the basketball is what Mackey wants to happen in the fourth quarter and close out the game, 2 of the 3 of them.
Yeah, and we'll talk about how they have to close out the game momentarily, but BC is going to start things out. Ray Johnson, just 2 points in the second half. His running mate, Jarrell Taylor, had 0. They both need to step up if they're going to make a comeback. Here's Ethan Rivera, 3-pointer, no good.
Air ball,
Johnson
way off
recovers
the mark.
it. Another shot, Rivera, he got that one. That one's going to be ruled a 3. Foot might have been on the line. Here is Gonzalez.
They're starting to press. You got to break this press.
He just completely bumped Skylar Rodriguez, who started doing push-ups when he landed on the ground.
I think it was on Rivera.
Yep. That's the 5th foul against VC. We're close to the bonus.
That press worked, but I don't like the press. I feel like that's like a 3/4 press. It's not a full commit to the beginning. But I get it. It's like, do it now. We haven't done it all game. We're down by 9.
And I think
force a turnover. I understand the coaching strategy there.
And I think they're still saving that last bit, that true full court press for the final, when it truly gets
minute or 2 minutes. Right?
Yep.
People don't do it enough. I mean, if my team's athletic enough, I'm doing that all game.
Yeah. I mean, that's what our girls team does, and they do it incredibly.
Exactly.
There's the drive. Skylar Rodriguez couldn't get it to fall. Josiah Jones, the board, gets it in.
Josiah Jones not giving up. Tons of head fakes. Went with the left. That's just true grit right there. He's on the board. Big bucket for the Cats. They're up by 11.
He struggled. He missed some 3s in the first half. Didn't play much in the third quarter. Making an impact there. 3-pointer is up and in for Rayshawn Johnson. That quickly silences the Warwick crowd. They know a storm is brewing in the mine.
That's Rayshawn Johnson's first points of the second half. 3-pointer.
Harrison Neal has it. It's an 8-point game. Now Gonzalez.
They could have called a reach in there, in my opinion.
Gets it to Josiah, who goes up. Charge called against Josiah Jones. How about VC getting into the spot and
I like how Jones is feeling the flow after he made that bucket on the last possession. Went in, thought he'd draw a foul. They called him for the offensive, little off balance, and he threw it hard off the glass.
He tried to attack, bold play. That kind of ambition is what you need to have. And Shane McAuliffe and Johnny Lepkovich are back in the game for the Cats.
I mean, this game is not over by any means.
Far from it.
You feel the energy. You feel the urgency of both teams. You feel the refs trying to get everything correct here, every call, and just.
Look, I mean, we talk about closing out the games. The last game we covered, the Cats, around this point, around the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter, they're only down 1 point. They ended up losing by about 15. They just completely faded down the stretch.
I think I just heard the officials say that Warwick is at the end 1 point of their fouls.
Really?
I think I heard him say that. We'll find out.
That'll be big. We'll find out next foul. Yeah, some speculation. We're going to leave you guys hanging. And there's the 3-pointer missed by Armando Perez. McAuliffe corrals the board.
Sometimes those rebounds come right to you. It shocks you.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Shane a little bit.
You think like it's going to bounce up a little, and then it just kind of attacks you almost.
Basketball's all about body control and positioning, and sometimes things just come your way.
And, of course, hand-eye coordination, the big thing there. That's what I'm lacking. That's what stopped me from being a basketball player. Here's Shane McAuliffe. How about the move to drive? And one. He drew the foul, got the bucket, and he'll have a chance.
Great move by Shane. I thought they were going to call it travel because it looked like his foot slid across the court, but they didn't call it.
I did too. That's why I hesitated on the call. I was expecting a turnover. Might have only put 2 feet down, and he can make it an 11-point game.
I like it when 3-point players are given room to drive and they take it and they score inside by driving. That makes them just another threat.
Yeah. That
people have to look out for, and hopefully they view Shane like that the remainder of the game.
Here's McAuliffe, free throw. He is usually a very good shooter.
Toilet bowled out.
Missed there, so 54-44. The long throw. Murphy, a 3. That's a 6th miss of the game.
That should have been over the back call, in my opinion.
I agree. And now Taylor going to drive. Going to give to Kai Hugh.
That's the proper call.
That is.
Jacob Gonzalez fouled him with the body. His legs went into the body. He was trying to control himself. Very good hesitation. by number 15 there, Kai Hugh, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, the block kind of happened after, he'd already bumped him, so.
You just don't want key players for Warwick to get into foul trouble.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not. That's the worst case scenario right there.
That could be a key factor for both sides.
Warwick has just 4 fouls this half, but that first 2 quarters, they were fouling a ton. How about you see the shakiness on the camera? That's all just fans, physically shaking it.
I didn't speak to that, but I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Don't blame our camera op. Our boy Rowan does a great job.
Kai Hugh, let's see if he converts his second of 2 free throws here. He got both.
One's made, yeah.
Timeout Vikings. I don't know if I like this timeout call right here. It seems like kind of got momentum there. They're down 8.
I mean, Mackey, when he talks things over with his team, he has a good reason for it usually. And we see them gather around here. Look, it's an 8-point game. They've given up some buckets, but they've recovered nicely, and they haven't let VC clear that, 2-possession barrier. That's the way I see it. Like, if you ever let them within 6 points, then you get into panic mode. So if they can continue to answer, I think Cats will be in good shape here.
Yeah, you saw both assistants, Kyle Smith for Warwick and one of the assistants for VC, go to the scorer's table and find out how many fouls their key players have. That is something that will come into play with 5:50 left in regulation of this ball game. And it's been a competitive game. I just think that the fact that, Rayshawn Johnson and Jarrell Taylor went cold in the third quarter has really affected them, because you have that player that Ethan Rivera keeps shooting threes, but they're not falling. He's not losing his confidence. They're just not going in at all. Sometimes, if you're Warwick, too, you're like, I can leave this guy open, and all of a sudden he'll hit that key 3 with 30 seconds left, and you'll be like, how is the guy that's not hitting one shot all game hit it at the most crucial point?
Yeah,
you don't want that to happen.
That guy right now, Jason Murphy, number 10, because Rivera hit 1, but he has missed a bunch too. But Murphy 0 for 6 by my count on threes. He's still in the game. Obviously, has the ability to hit them. And, the Wildcats got to decide, can we keep leaving it open, or will he eventually make us pay? Give it to Lepkovich. Now Harrison gets it. Back to Johnny. Cats got a clear half court. They're running out of time. Long throw. Lands right in the hands of Jacob Gonzalez.
The press is a little effective. It's taking the Cats a little longer time to get the ball past half court.
And it's messing with them a little. 3-pointer. Shane McAuliffe, no good. Murphy throws the board, and here is Taylor. Lost the ball. Did Skyrod tip that?
I think it was tipped by Skyrod.
I think it was,
I think it was hard to see by our angle, but it was tipped, and the possession stayed the same, so he knocked it out of bounds. Looked like a little Revis Island Skyrod from the fall season.
Absolutely. I mean, look, he's just so good at defending anything, really. He just does such an excellent job of it. Now they got it inbound, and they get it to Perez, who's going to find Taylor. Now Rayshawn Johnson, he's got to cook. Guarded by McAuliffe. Shorter defender, and he makes him pay.
That was a good knockdown by Rayshawn.
Okay, so it's a 6-point game, 58-48. What can the Cats do to respond? Arson Neal almost threw a turnover. Kai Hugh couldn't bring it in. And with 5:04 to play, Warwick has it at the side.
Shot clock at 26 seconds, so they still got enough time to set something up around the perimeter.
And you're fine burning off a little clock here, If you can't get something right away, it's getting into that point where maybe you start to worry about time management, that is. Here is Rodriguez. Drive. Right into Murphy. Finds Lepkovich, the layup. He got it. 8-point ball game.
Lepkovich was shocked that he was that wide open. He's looking for the head fake. He's like, I'm wide open. I need to go up with this right now and put this bucket down.
No defender was in the neighborhood. Easiest layup he'll hit, even on one ankle. Murphy, another missed 3. And there's the block by Lepkovich.
Rayshawn trying to will his way, but there's just too many Warwick defenders there, and Lepkovich got that block.
Johnny Lepkovich stepping up in a big way down the stretch. He has the ball now again. Going to give to Skyrod. Timeout.
Timeout Wildcats. I think it's for substitution purposes.
Yeah.
Because Nate Constable is going to take out, I think he said number 2, Skylar Rodriguez. I don't know if it's a foul trouble thing or a matchup thing. But I just really think it's just like a timeout. I'm going to make my subs right now.
Yeah, because, the coach has them. They haven't really used many, so.
So you see the 2 guys, and Coach Flowers, he played varsity here about 19, 20 years ago. There's Phil Dunn, who went to St. John's, and Kyle Smith to the right there. They're the assistants. That's Coach Bradley, the guy with the really tight haircut right there. And they built a nice thing this year. Coach Braley is there inspiring Johnny Lupps, patting him on the back, telling him great play.
Yeah.
Skyrod Champion, his teeth look good. They look good to me. And we're impressed with Skyrod's play today and his hustle, and we want to get to the next round. Your teeth look good, Skyrod. You just asked me that.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're here to help the players, that's for sure.
That's what we are here to assist Warwick athletics, football, basketball, volleyball.
And we have a ton of fun doing it.
Swimming. We didn't get to do wrestling this year.
We did announce a swim meet last year.
Yeah. Yes, we did. Maybe if we get that high home camera that Dano talks about, we can do baseball.
We really want to announce a baseball game this year.
A lot of filler time in baseball, a lot of story time.
Oh, yeah, you know. We'll get into some good conversations there.
Well, I'm glad I got the text late at night from Dano and the communication from you to do this game. I'm having a lot of fun. My son's sitting right behind us. He's excited, and go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats indeed. Holding on to an 8-point lead, 56-48 with 4:17 to go. Latrell Willis going to inbound it to Shane McCall. There's Willis again. Back to Shane. A lot of passing, ball movement going on here. Harrison Neal's pass was tipped by Johnson, but it stays with the Cats.
8 seconds left on the shot clock here, so the Wildcats will have to get something off in that time.
4:05 to play. Score here would be massive. Willis. The inbound. Constable, he's got to do something with it to the hole.
So
athletic. Off the rim. And Harrison Neal, the board and the bucket put back.
A lot of effort by Gonzalez, Neal, and Constable fell into the hands of Neal, and he got the putback.
Now Rivera in the corner, looking for something. Double teamed. He can't find the pass. He finally gets it off to Perez. Now three-pointer Jarrell Taylor finally gets on the board in this second half.
Amazing.
And
he hasn't scored since the second quarter.
If he's back in his element, though, this is bad news for the Cats. Going to go some press. Cats get a pass half court. Here is Nate Constable.
Almost a travel.
Almost a travel. And Latrell Willis fouled. Is that going to be the end one?
No. They called it on the
called it on the floor, yeah.
I wanted that for Latrell.
Yeah.
I wanted that for his confidence. You know, that he knows he can score when necessary.
3:24 to play. It's a 7-point game. 58-51
Cats.
Yeah. He's going to shoot because they're in the bonus.
Remember before I said the official came and said they're over the bonus? They haven't committed a foul in a few minutes now.
Yeah, that was a while with clean play. So 3:24 to go. Here's the first free throw.
Come on, Latrell. Let's see if you can knock this down, kiddo.
Missed it. VC the board. So 7-point game. They can cut it. They can cut it to a 2-score ball game. There's Johnson, the drive, the kick.
Didn't take that shot.
Taylor, a three. Oh, he's feeling it now. This is bad news for the Cats. Timeout.
Theo, they did exactly what you said they could do. Cut it to a 2-possession game by knocking down that three.
Yeah.
I was criticizing Taylor for not Taylor, excuse me, Rayshawn Johnson for not taking that shot. He made me look awful because he got double teamed, kicked it out to Taylor, hit the three. Now it's a 4-point game with 3:10 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and look, that's what VC does so well. I mean, in that 1-2 punch where one of them drives, you have to double team and they find the other, and that just worked perfectly. So with 3:10 to play, it's 58-54, and Valley Central looks dialed in right now.
Intense huddle here by VC. I feel like Donovan Davis has not been in the game in a while because of foul trouble. It's time to bring him in if I'm Valley Central.
I mean, we're officially
boards and defense and just putbacks because he's a player that can do all of those things.
We're officially into that pure adrenaline time period where it's like, yeah, you're tired, but 3:10 to play, it's like you go all out at this
Best
point.
Players on the court until they foul out.
Yeah, which hopefully we don't have much of that because we like to see the 10 best guys out there. And this is a game where there have been substitutions made. Like Skylar Rodriguez is on the bench right now. I'm sure we'll be seeing him in the court plenty down the stretch of this one.
Well, a lot of game film was probably watched by Coach Mackey. The adjustments have been great. They lead by 4 with 3:10 left in regulation. Let's hope the Cats can hold on to this victory.
You know, obviously, look, Warwick was reeling coming into this game, 5 straight losses, but they had a week off to kind of prepare for this, and looks like they are ready. Have been ready all night. So
wow, they're pressing right up in the backcourt.
So 58-54 still the score. Cats don't have 60 yet. And that's going to be a push against Davis.
Donovan Davis just got in the game. He's called for a foul. I don't know
Yeah.
if I like that foul call. I mean, it
I don't
helps the
know if I do
Cats,
either.
but I don't think that's the best call in the world.
And we think Donovan Davis is in foul trouble. That might be his 4th.
But he's going to stay in.
He's going to stay in. You got to keep him in.
Skyrod's going to take out Latrell. I like this move.
Yeah. So 58-54 with 3 minutes to play.
Big free throw attempt here from Nate.
He got
And he
the first.
drained it.
So 5-point ball game right now.
Nate's first points of the 4th quarter.
Missed the second, so 59-54 your score. As here is Rayshawn Johnson. Three-pointer is up, in and out. That one was dangerous. Rebound Harrison Neal, and here's Gonzalez. Ethan Rivera almost cost the Cats big time
If
for
you're
the last
VC
number.
and you lose this game, you look to the missed 3-pointers.
Yeah, I mean, they've
Game
had the
changer.
shots. And they just have not been falling. Here's Harrison Neal.
Defense intense right now. Man to man, everybody's up in each other's face on both sides.
McAuliffe wanted to pop instead. Going to keep it on the floor. 2:30
Oh,
to go.
pushed
Almost
off.
dropped Kai Hugh. Here's Gonzalez. Gives Constable wide open. Nate Constable couldn't get it. Rebound Harrison Neal. McAuliffe, you know he's shooting
got
that.
tips.
Almost had it. And now it's going to be recovered by VC. 2:11 to play. Into clutch time now. Rivera couldn't catch it cleanly. Looking for someone. There's a high pass thrown. Now Jarrell Taylor has it. Guarded by Rodriguez. Kai Hugh gets it in.
I mean, he hasn't hit a lot of shots all game, but he hits a big one there.
He really has not. I mean, Kai Hugh, more of a passer. Just
4 points for Kai, all in the 4th quarter.
And they've been big ones, that's for sure. So 3-point ball game with 1:40. Can the Cats close it out? Here's Nate Constable.
Cats need to convert here in the next 18 seconds. on the
Inside
shot
to
clock.
Harrison Neal. Now Constable lost it. Oh no, but that might have been a pass as
I think he
Rodriguez
lost
tried
it, but
to-
it
yeah.
just happened to fall in the hands of Skyrod. That's a foul on Jacob
Foul
Gonzalez.
on
That's,
Gonzalez.
That's an easy call.
Yeah.
As a coach who's like, hey, I hope you're okay, but thanks for fouling my
Yeah.
guy. That's really what was going on.
Yeah, you know, it's fast-paced basketball, and that kind of slows it down. The Cats only committed 5 fouls now, so still another one before they're in the bonus. 59-56 right now.
Well, the good discipline by the Cats by not overcommitting on the fouls and being in the bonus is helping them right now.
Yeah, because that first half, VC made them pay because they were
over.
Oh, he stepped over the line. Kai Hugh stepped
Wow.
over the line, turned the ball over. Warwick has it.
And then a little bump by Nate. Harrison there. Hopefully that gets in the psyche, and Warwick capitalizes on the chemistry here, falling apart for Valley Central. That was a foul, and I'm glad I didn't call it.
Here's Jacob Gonzalez. Skylar Rodriguez, three-pointer, no good. And Shane McAuliffe, of all people, with the board.
Nobody can nail this dagger shot.
Yeah, that's what the Cats are looking for. It's going to be out on Jarrell Taylor.
Knocked out by Taylor.
Yep.
So, this last minute 4 here is going to get chippy.
64 seconds to play.
Smart.
Mackey calls a timeout, and the Cats are going to discuss things.
I like the timeout that Mackey took here with 18 seconds. The play is getting sloppy. Like if
It
Nate
is.
holds on to that ball, he's got a slash to the left that fell into Skyrod's hand on the last possession. Something is just not right now. It's just they just need to slow it down. The defense is better on both ends, and one of these teams needs to knock down this shot.
Yeah. And
this
look,
dagger shot.
you know that VC has the players to do it, so Cats do
They
not
do.
want it to be a three-point game right now because you never know what's going to happen.
Yes,
Look.
they need to hit a shot here so they have a 2-possession game in their hands.
1 minute, 4 seconds to play. Section quarterfinals. Winner will head to Middletown to take on the Middies. They were the number 1 overall seed this year, but look, the Cats defeated them. They defeated them in the regular season, and their one loss was by, I believe, 6 points. So it's a very winnable game. All these games are. They've competed with every team in the section, as has Valley Central. VC has defeated Newburgh. I mean,
Well, if we win,
yeah.
and I was hoping we could pack up the WVTV equipment and go up there, but Section 9 takes that over. But
Section 9 does take that over.
maybe we'll just go as fans if that's possible.
Maybe. Well, actually, the girls have a section semifinal game that same day in this very gym at the same exact time that the boys are playing.
We'll have to sign up to do that one.
Yeah. So there's so much happening with Wildcat basketball, but first,
But before all that happens, we got to
gotta
see how
get
it
in.
plays out
Yeah.
here in the last minute 4.
the Cats lost to Kingston in the first round of the playoffs last year. It was their first time back in a while, and they disappointed in that game. Let's see if they can flip the script, kind of establish themselves here. 1 minute to play on the dot. Cats up by 3. Here's Gonzalez.
You love to draw a foul here, and they do.
He did. It was called against Jarrell Taylor, who is kind of reaching over a little too much. And Jacob Gonzalez will shoot the 1-and-1 at the line.
Well, I think Coach Frank Nutt in their huddle is saying, listen, try not to foul, try to get a turnover, but we're in a situation here where we're going to start to need the ball back. But I wouldn't have fouled there. I don't think he was trying to foul. I don't think he was trying to.
Yeah, I think he just got a little overzealous on the reaching. Here is the free throw. Can't get it to go. It's a crusher. And now here is Rayshawn Johnson, the 1,000-point scorer, looking to take over this game.
Oh, he picked up his dribble.
He did. Skyrod getting active defensively. And he's going to poke it away. And he gets the ball. Skyler Rodriguez, clear path to the basket, lays it in. Cats up 5, 35 seconds and counting.
I'm glad Shane Skyrod realized it was 3-on-0 there. Nobody was there. Take your time, lay it in. Smart move.
Jarrell Taylor can't answer on the 3. VC's in panic mode.
Do not foul here if you're Warwick.
Ethan Rivera, no
Big
good.
rebound by Jacob.
Rebound. Jacob Gonzalez is fouled. 17.8 seconds.
And I
Cats
think-
up 5.
I think that's going to be it for Donovan Davis. I think he just fouled out of the game. It's at least his 4th. Things are starting to unravel a little bit for VC. 5-point lead for the Cats with 17.8 seconds. I guess I'm wrong because Donovan Davis is still in the game unless they're going to sub him now. No, he would have walked out unless he doesn't know.
How about that sequence?
Be great to knock down these free throws.
Yeah.
Right here.
Skyler Rodriguez was our key player. You know, what he did on that sequence, absolutely incredible.
He's just a gritty kid
Yeah.
that likes to win.
And there's the first free throw. It's a 6-point ball game. It can give them a 7-point push-in if Gonzalez makes this.
So Donovan Davis did foul out.
He did, yep. He's
Yeah.
heading to the sideline now. He had a hell of an effort in that first half and then went cold as
And if
much
you-
of the team did.
And if you hit this, it's a 3-possession game.
Yeah, massive. Everyone on the edge of their seats. Shot is up. Got it.
Knocks both of them down. Good job, Jacob Gonzalez.
Timeout called by Coach Knott. Technical foul called against Jacob Gonzalez.
Yeah, White.
He hit both free throws and then committed the tech.
I think he said he waved in their face.
Yeah.
He waved in their face. So I don't know the Section 9 rules, and high school kids get overzealous. And I remember myself being a high school athlete. I ran track.
Rayshawn Johnson just missed the technical free throw. He looks rattled. The senior could be playing, you know, his last game, 1,000-point scorer, you know, needs to step up in this moment. Here's the second shot.
Coach Mackey's in a deep discussion with the head official. Jacob Gonzalez was asking what he did, and they're trying to calm Jacob Gonzalez down, getting him back to the bench. They did as he hugs Kyle Smith. And I'm sure that'll be a point of reference to talk about in the postgame.
Rayshawn Johnson just missed 2 technical free throws. That's a crusher.
So Coach Frank Nutt called a timeout. If he hits those, it's a
It's a
4-point
5
game.
Yeah, 5.
5, excuse me. That's
Yep.
right. I said it was 3 possession. To work as a 7-point lead. And, I mean, there's still a little hope at the end of the tunnel for them, but, I mean, that should pretty much do it. Now, we got to be careful. We got to close this game out. We said close the game out physically and have the endurance, but we can't be chomping at the bit and losing the game on technical fouls by being cocky. I know the NFL stands for No Fun League back in the day, but, you know, sometimes you just got to control your emotions. You know, let your speaking be done on the court.
I mean, absolutely bizarre. Nobody would have expected Johnson to miss those free throws there in 0 for 2. That's going to hurt him after
You know, it's
this
a lot
game.
of pressure. You're a high school athlete, you're a teenager, and even if you're athletic and there's a lot on the line, and Rayshawn Johnson's had a phenomenal career. He'll probably play somewhere in college. I mean, you score 1,000 points in 3 seasons. Somebody's going to notice that and be like, hey, come play for me at the next level. So
So look, you see, these are two very, very senior-led teams. They're going to be cheers at the end of this game, regardless of the outcome. I mean, it's going to hurt either way, but VC still, look, with Taylor and Johnson and Ethan Rivera with their abilities to all hit threes, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, 7-point lead with 17 seconds is far from safe here, and Warwick needs to really step up to close out this game, not turn the ball over.
No stupid fouls.
Right.
Don't turn the ball over. Let them foul you.
No technicals. Stay disciplined.
No technicals.
Yeah.
No technicals.
So very defensive-oriented group. Jacob Gonzalez stays on the bench. We got Latrell Willis Constable in the game, and of course Skylar Rodriguez.
I think that's a smart play there by Coach Mackey.
Jarrell Taylor. He's getting into position. Gives Johnson corner three. Highly contested. He missed it. Shane McAuliffe the board. He's going to head to the line.
Yeah.
7 seconds. 7-point lead. They can feel it in the air, in the mind right now.
Not the guy you want to foul. Armando Perez, push him in the back to stop the clock. Shane McAuliffe is a pretty lockdown free throw shooter. Hopefully he can convert these free throws right here.
Some VC fans already started to head out. I mean, 7 seconds to play. And Shane McAuliffe can ice this game at the line right now. The senior, the all-time leading three-point scorer in Wildcat history, puts his team up by 8, averaging 15 a night. Just incredible player. He's at a quiet one tonight in the second half after hitting all those threes in the second quarter.
I have 3 points just in this quarter, nothing in the third.
Yeah.
4
Second
points now.
one is good as well. 9-point game, last-ditch effort.
Just let them shoot the ball.
Taylor not even to shoot the three. It's no good. Harrison Neal runs out the clock on a Wildcat victory. Warwick absolutely dominates down the stretch. It was in doubt for a good chunk. It was a 2-point game, and they recovered to come away with the win. You see just the joy in all these players' eyes. They celebrate courtside. VC is feeling it right now.
The game was closed out very well. If I'm VC, I'm disappointed because I got out to that quick start. But Warwick, they were coached up. They made the right substitutions. They played as a team. Look at my scorer sheet here. About 8 or 9 different Wildcats scored.
Yeah, it was an absolutely incredible performance. The Cats are celebrating off camera, and we have been so blessed to bring you coverage of this game. Wildcats pull out the victory.